Hello everybody, it's your pal Genshin here, and welcome back to my series where I create and talk about my Genshin Impact OCs, and you have to listen for 10 minutes, yay! If you missed the last two videos, I'll put them in the iCard here as always, and what I have been doing for this is making an OC for each vision type in the game Genshin Impact. Last time I made Kaichi for the Hydro Vision and Sylvie for the Dendro Vision. Today we're going to be looking at a more well-known vision, or like more common vision, I guess you could say, in the game, and that is the Electro vision. Just like before, I'll talk about the story, design, and art process for this piece and character. So sit back and enjoy me rambling about my newest character, Jiming. Jiming, or Gaming is how you say it in the Chinese way of saying it, because it's the Chinese name, is an Electro Vision wielder from Liyue who uses a polyarm. Yes, I know I've given the last two characters polyarms, but there's a reason for that, so hear me out. I swear there's a reason. Here we are. See, what I imagine is that Jiming uses his Electro power to change his polyarm into a scythe. Why? Because that's cool. Why the way I imagine this is like kind of the way Spinel from Steven Universe's scythe works. I would imagine in game this would happen in either his burst or his ultimate animation, like the way Raiden E.V.A switches to a sword in her ultimate, or how Child switches to melee attacks with his burst. I figured a polyarm would work best for this kind of thing, so yeah, that's my excuse. If you've been paying attention, you might have noticed that Jiming has some curious horns on his head. This is because not only is he from Liyue, but he's also an Adeptus, or I should say an ex-Adeptus. Kind of. Here's what I mean by that. In Genshin Impact, the Adeptus are immortal creatures that have sworn to wreck Lapis to protect Liyue. I think, if I'm wrong about that, I'm so sorry, but that's what I picked up from the game. I searched up, it seems to be true. Jiming went by the same contract as the other Adeptus. However, over the years, he slowly started to lose his sanity because he's an immortal being, and, you know, that can weigh down on you after a while. Have you ever seen Land of the Lustrous? It kind of plays into that whole lesson and like morality of what it truly means to like be immortal and have like kind of no morality because of that. But yeah, I would imagine that's why he like started losing his sanity a little bit, and because of this he started to believe that humans don't really deserve the protection and help from the Adepti, but not in the way that it goes down in game where the Adeptus like think, oh, humans don't need our help anymore. Nah, he like thought like they like didn't deserve it, like they were bad, humans were bad, and they didn't deserve the help of the Adeptus because they didn't deserve their help. And he just thought they were bad and kind of hated their existence in a way. That's how I would imagine it. I know when I say like out loud like they don't deserve the protection and help, it kind of sounds like the way it went down in the game, in the story, where the Adeptus like were like the humans don't need our help, but with Jiming it's like they don't deserve it. That was confusing, but if you got that, then good. He was able to break this oath by attacking a group of innocent people. After he did this, he was either exiled from Liyue or was meant to be killed, but he ran away. Now, keep in mind, I'm not actually sure if this would work in lore. I don't know. I think it would, but I thought it would be a bit of a different take on the Adepti and a playable character in general who's kind of more of a bad guy than anything. I know Child is also kind of a bad guy, but you know, he's like the only other one that's kind of a bad guy right now. Or at least until Scaramouche might come out as a playable character. But yeah, it's kind of a different take on that. After going on the run, he met up with a certain person that I'm not going to talk about yet, and it's that person that gave him the special polyarm that also turns into a scythe with his powers. In return, he works with this person, He probably also helps this person because he might have promised Jiming freedom, since even though he broke his oath, he still feels a sense of being trapped within the confines of the contract. Like, he hates humans, he doesn't like their existence, but he still feels like a sense of like he needs to serve them kind of thing. That might be like a bit like a part of why he agrees to help this person who is a human, but he also helps him for the reasons I talked about, and maybe for some other reasons, other special reason. Ooh, oh, I wonder what those reasons could be. I'm not gonna talk about those right now. I'll talk about them in the next video in this series. But yeah, as far as his character, as you can see from this picture so far, he is very much crazy and chaotic. He only cares about his personal gains and answers to no one except for that one person, but I'm not gonna talk about why in this one. All of this definitely makes Jiming a much more villainous character than most of the playable ones in Genshin Impact, but I think that works out pretty well. And yeah. So at first I wasn't quite sure what to do for his design, but I did know that I wanted to give him signature Adepti horns. You can see I also added a thread that ties around his horn in the line art. I don't know if you can see it too well, but I added that just because I thought it would work, and I thought that would look cool. I think the design I gave him ended up kind of looking like a bit of a mix of Xiao, Zhongli, and Right and E.V.A just a little bit. Somehow that works though. I don't know why. He kind of looks like that. Yeah, he kind of looks like a combination of those characters, and I think that just kind of works. His design, I think, ended up looking the most like a Genshin Impact character out of all of them. I think because of all the gold accents, and also because of the reasons I mentioned, that he kind of looks like a mix of existing characters a little bit. I gave him some much needed red eyeliner, but I sort of drooped them down like kind of like Ito's Bananas Extreme. That's eyeliner, right? I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about his design, but I think his colors look really good. I'm actually really happy with his colors. And I'm happy with how his weapons turned out, though I'm not sure how easy it is to read as both polyarm and scythe. Like, definitely scythe, but I'm not sure if it also reads as polyarm or not. But I'm still happy with it. Not only does he look like a Genshin Impact character, but drawing him certainly felt like one. So many little stuff. Why do I do this to myself? I gave his eyes an insane look, because he is. When I got to his background, I wasn't sure what to do, so I did this sort of this like electricity coming out of a swirly cloud thing. I'm not sure about that, but it certainly looks very chaotic, just like him. At first I wasn't sure about the pose I put him in, but it's very extreme. None of the other characters really are in a pose like that, so it really does kind of fit him and his whole character. Yeah, also something I didn't mention in the design portion is I gave him golden eyes, just because I thought that really worked well with him. And yeah. maniac of an adept guy, man. I like how he turned out, and I think his chaotic and insane nature definitely comes through in this drawing. I hope you guys like him as well. If you want to see the rest of my Genshin Impact OCs, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss those videos, and like the video as always. Yay! This picture, as well as my other artworks, are on my socials, linked below. I have a comic on my Webtoon. And on Webtoon, I can't talk, so please be sure to check that out. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.